What's up, you guys? It's Jaime Black, and I'm going to do a tarot reading for you for the week of March 5th. So I'm just sitting here eating some Easter candy, pulled out some cards, and before I get too into them, I thought I would have you join me. So it looks like we're starting out the week here with the Four of Swords. So this is you. You've been getting really clear on what it is that you want. Getting really clear on this golden idea, which this is a message from your guides. This is a message from your psyche. This is what it is that you want. And it looks like there's a King of Cups in the picture. Okay, so this is going to be a male figure in your life that has significant influence. This person can be a water sign. They can be Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. They can also just be someone who is in a maybe older, more prominent role. They can obviously also be your man. But someone who is really sensitive, really emotional, really psychic, and what it looks like is that things aren't coming to fruition in the way that you would like them to with this person. There's been this idea of a progression, this idea of partnership, this idea of marriage, even if just in your own mind. And at this point, it just doesn't seem like that's the way that it's going with this person. And it's causing you a lot of this. This is anxiety, this is worry, this is obviously not being able to sleep because you've got too many thoughts in your head. But the advice here is for you to surrender. Sometimes we want things and we don't have the whole picture. And we are not privy to the entire truth. And so we want things that are ultimately not what's ideal for us. We've seen this King of Swords before, reversed. It means that there's information being withheld. King of Swords right side up, he's truth, he's honesty, he's communication, he's integrity. And when he is upside down, he is not those things. So, it looks like you've just been holding on to this for a really long time for fear of not finding something better. It's like scarcity mindset. And, we have the Ace of Wands here, but upside down. And because of the position that I'm looking at these cards over here, it's like, almost the way that I want to say this is that you haven't been able to manifest what it is that you want in this situation because this isn't the right person. It's the right person for what you were meant to go through with them. And it's the right person for you to learn the things that you're needing to be learning right now. But what we're seeing over here in the future is that there's something different coming in. There's something new coming in. And sometimes it's hard to think about something new when we're attached to something else and we're choosing to be attached to it. But the thing is that this something new that's coming in has the potential to be different than what it is that you have, what you've been holding on to. And the thing is, the things that don't work, we can't hold on to them anyway. They're not ours to hold on to anyway. The point of these relationships that don't work, or the point of these people that aren't. Now, I don't believe in the one. I believe in the one at the time that you're supposed to be learning things from. And I think that there's different things that we do with different people. And certainly there are people out there in the world that are meant to have these relationships with each other that can last for a really long period of time. But, relationships, they're each different and they each have their own timeline. And sometimes there's an option for that to be able to change and grow, maybe by the work that each individual is doing on themselves and then how they do that work together. Certainly you could elongate your experience with somebody just by the mere fact of each of you working on each other and working on a relationship in that way. But even then, I think that we have very specific things to go through with very specific people and very specific things to learn out of very specific types of relationships and energy and people that show up in your life in that way. And, sometimes the person that is there that's not working was absolutely meant to be there and absolutely meant to not work, so that you could learn the things that you can learn out of that situation, so that then you can take that information to this new relationship with someone else. And so that just looks like what is going on here. It looks like you've been clear now for a while because you've been saying what it is that you want. And what happens when you just continue to focus on what it is that you do want, the things that are not in alignment with that, people, jobs, apartments, all of those things, the things that are not in alignment with what it is that we ultimately want and what ultimately is for us, eventually will fall away. Sometimes it means a disastrous relationship where you guys can't work it out, and so it's an obvious choice that you cannot be together anymore. And then sometimes it's not as harsh as that, but in one way or another, the things that are not in alignment, and that's the meant to be in all of that, they fall away. And so it looks like you weren't having the ability to manifest what it is that you were trying to manifest in this situation. And again, it looks like a relationship. And so what's in the center of your reading, just say it again, is the Hanged Man. And this is surrendering. And so, this guy didn't want to be tied to this tree and hung upside down like this. But it wasn't until he was, maybe against his will, that he was forced to surrender. And it was only after that surrender happened that he got it. You see, he's enlightened here. He's getting now the information. He's getting the fruits of the labor of the experience. And just as a reminder, this person that you've been attached to, it's just not a stand-up person. They're not honest. They're not forthcoming. Maybe they answer your questions here and there, but they're not giving it to you. So what we have coming is a love interest. This is an opportunity. This is a new path. So we have the Page of Cups here. Sometimes I see the Page of Cups as you starting off again on a new journey. And then also oftentimes the Pages of Cups are messengers, and they're messengers of the element. So you're going to be receiving some message about love, and it's coming directly from someone that you and this person are going to hit it off. You're going to have interest. So this is the beginning. This isn't really saying anything about how it's all going to go down, but there's love here. There's interest here. It's at the beginning of a cycle. There's not, baggage and, a bunch of bad experiences and all of that stuff that's happened yet. It's clean, it's pure, it's fresh. And this is actually you like transitioning into a new experience at a higher level. So this card comes after death. It comes after something is over. It comes after like being in the angelic realms and getting to reflect on your experience and learn, integrate what it is that you learned from that experience, and then come back down and have another life. And so this card is about this card is about rebirth, but it's within the same life, right? So it's what's coming to my mind is like second chance, but I don't mean it in the way that like you're doing anything the same over, but this is how life is, and this is how these cycles are. And I always see this as encouragement, because it's like this is what gets to happen after we go through the stuff that isn't so fun, or the stuff that doesn't work out, the stuff that's disappointing. We go through all of that, we learn, we integrate, we grow, and then we get to go through something new. So that's what's coming. That's what's coming. It's coming as early as this next week. But don't worry if it doesn't happen in this next week. It's just, this is what's on the horizon. This is what's coming in. And just remember, this is a letting go. We're going to let go of holding on to things that don't serve. There's also the message here. This is surrendering. This is trusting in the experience. This is letting go of what no longer serves your growth, your highest good, the path that you want to be on, and what is truly in alignment with what is meant for you. So I hope this is a little hopeful bit of information for your week. If you would like a personal reading, I do 45 and 90-minute sessions. All my information is in the text below the video. You can find me at jaimeblack.com, and I would love to do a personal session for you. So have a really good week, and I'll see you next Monday. Blessed be, my friend.